discovery and observation for billions of years, the Sun has ruled in absolute dominion. A vast, unyielding sphere of fire and fusion, it bathes the solar system in light, heat, and unimaginable energy. Its radiant power dictates the rhythm of life, the cycles of planets, and the very architecture of our cosmic neighborhood. The solar winds, rivers of charged plasma, blow ceaselessly outward, stretching across millions of kilometers. They sculpt planetary surfaces, define magnetic fields, and carve the invisible boundaries between the known and the unknown. For all of history, nothing has challenged the Sun's absolute authority. Until now. It began quietly, almost imperceptibly, buried deep within the vast volumes of data returned by NASA's Parker Solar Probe and the European Space Agency's Solar Orbiter. Both spacecraft, silently orbiting and observing, recorded subtle anomalies. A ripple in the solar wind, a flow that should have been perfectly radial, began to bend and twist. It moved not with randomness, but with rhythm, symmetry, and a precision that startled scientists. The solar plasma behaved as though guided by invisible hands, reshaping the very fabric of the Sun's influence. At the heart of this mysterious disturbance was an object, 3 Atlas. A small interstellar traveler, an unassuming fragment that had entered our solar system only months earlier. Unlike the fleeting visitors like Oumuamua or Borisov, which drift in, barely leaving a trace, this one was different. It did not merely reflect sunlight. It modulated it. Its brightness pulsed in precise, rhythmic intervals, almost as if it were attempting to communicate. When the James Webb Space Telescope turned its gaze toward it, the enigma deepened. The object interacted with sunlight itself, absorbing, reshaping, and emitting it in controlled bursts at frequencies that defied all known physics. The solar wind bent around it in graceful arcs, perfectly symmetrical, as if orchestrated by a sophisticated magnetic conductor. Millions of kilometers away, the solar orbiter recorded the exact same phenomenon. The data from both spacecraft aligned flawlessly, a cosmic ballet playing out on an unimaginable scale. The solar wind, once untouchable and chaotic, now bowed around something smaller than a moon. To achieve such an effect naturally would require immense forces, planetary magnetic fields, neutron stars, or stellar giants. Yet 3 Atlas accomplished it effortlessly. Computer simulations failed. Every attempt to replicate the plasma curvature collapsed under the known laws of physics. Whatever surrounded 3 Atlas was no accident. It was a dynamic, self-regulating system, responding to solar energy with intelligence beyond human comprehension. Then came the light modulation. James Webb observed pulses in brightness so precise they resembled a heartbeat. Every 4.3 seconds, a flare, a blink, a release of energy, perfectly timed. It was not flickering from rotation or jets, it absorbed sunlight and released it in controlled bursts. Infrared observations revealed an even stranger phenomenon. When solar intensity increased, the object dimmed, storing energy like a living battery. It then released the energy back into space, almost as if inhaling and exhaling sunlight in a continuous rhythm. Physicists began calling it an energy algorithm, a sequence of pulses synchronized with the subtle fluctuations of the Sun's magnetic field. The timing was too precise to be coincidence. It was mirroring the Sun's rhythm, engaged in a silent, sophisticated conversation with the star itself. Some suggested it was feeding directly on solar radiation. Others proposed something more extraordinary, that this interstellar visitor did not merely survive the Sun's fury, it was mastering it. If 3 Atlas could manipulate plasma and light, it possessed mastery of electromagnetism far beyond humanity's current understanding. The data suggested a magnetic shield, a controlled magnetosphere bending the solar wind like water flowing around a stone. Such a field would require staggering energy, billions of watts, enough to power a small star. Yet readings from Parker and Webb matched this scale almost perfectly. The energy absorbed from sunlight alone could sustain the system indefinitely. The symmetrical plasma arcs, rhythmic pulses of light, and feedback with solar activity all pointed to one chilling conclusion. This was not a natural comet. It was constructed. A probe, relic, or machine from a civilization capable of harnessing the energy of stars. Perhaps it was designed to travel between star systems, feeding on stellar radiation, shielding itself magnetically, surviving conditions that would destroy ordinary matter. It did not merely endure the sun's fire. It danced with it, moving as if attuned to the sun's every heartbeat. The discovery forced a reconsideration of the Kardashev scale, measuring civilizations by their energy control. Humanity remains below Type 1, harnessing only a fraction of planetary energy. A Type 2 civilization commands the energy of an entire star. If 3 Atlas could bend solar wind with such ease, it was a fragment of such power, a signature of a species that had mastered the physics of stars. It was a testament to the idea that the universe might hold intelligences unimaginably advanced, creators of machines that could survive and thrive amidst the fury of suns. Some believed it was an ancient autonomous probe, gathering information as it traveled across the galaxy for eons. Others suggested it was not a machine at all, but a life form of energy, magnetic fields and plasma organized into a self-aware intelligence. It did not need tools. It was the tool. A living network of light, magnetism, and plasma, moving freely between stars, flowing like a cosmic river of consciousness. Its existence challenged everything we know about life, intelligence, and the very fabric of reality. Whatever its origin, its presence carried a profound message. The sun, once thought immutable, bent to something greater. For the first time, humanity glimpsed that intelligence in the universe might not be built from matter. It could be woven from light, magnetism, and energy. 3 Atlas became a mirror, reflecting what humanity might one day become if it learned to command nature through harmony, not force. As it drifted closer to the inner solar system, then back toward interstellar darkness, its influence gradually faded. The plasma straightened. The rhythmic pulses weakened. Within weeks, the sun returned to its familiar patterns. Yet the data remains, etched across terabytes, a silent record of the moment our star bowed to something not of this world. 3 Atlas proved that the universe is not silent. It hums with rhythm, exchange, and motion, a language of light, magnetism, and plasma. Its presence endures as a reminder. True understanding comes not from conquering nature, but harmonizing with it. 3 Atlas defied the sun, not through force, but through unity with its energy. And in that union, it revealed a glimpse of the future, intelligence merging with the currents of stars, flowing with the lifeblood of the cosmos itself. As it vanished into interstellar darkness, one truth remained. The light we study every day may already be studying us, silently, rhythmically, and with awareness far beyond comprehension. The universe is alive, not in the ways we know, but in ways we have yet to imagine.